Hey friends, it's a Chubby Meeple here, back to give you another quick walkthrough review. This time around, I'm taking a look at Chickapig. It's an independently published game. You can get it at Chickapig.com. Small, kind of little family-run company, getting some attention from the Dave Matthews Band as well. So let's go to the table, check out how Chickapig is played, and then we'll come back here and I'll give you my thoughts. In Chickapig, up to four players are competing to be the first to get all 6 of their Chickapig characters moved through the same colored gate on the other side of the board. So for example, the green player is trying to get all 6 of his green Chickapigs through the green gate, red's coming this way to the red gate, blue, yellow, accordingly. On your turn, a player will roll the die. This will determine how many total moves they have available to them, and then they will use those moves to move any number of their own pieces. So they can move their own colored hay bales, or they can move their Chickapigs. You also can move the cow once the cow has come out. So in this case, let's say I rolled a 6. What I can do in one move, I can get one of my green Chickapigs through the gate by moving 1, 2, 3, 4, because the Chickapigs slide until they come to a stop, and then 5, 6 to get him off the board. That would constitute my turn, and it would now be the yellow player's turn to do the same thing. Now, a couple of quick things. When you roll a 1, you have the option of, instead of moving one space or one of your hay bales or Chickapigs, you have the option of taking the cow and placing him anywhere on the board. So let's say we wanted to move him over here. First player that does so would also remove the cow fence from the board for the remainder of the game. Now, when the cow moves to a space, before you place the cow down, the cow actually poops. Yes, folks, I said he poops. So now the next player that moves, or rolls a 1 to move the cow, can move the cow again, leaving a poop token behind where the cow was. The cow can move through these poop tokens without any trouble, but if a Chickapig were to slide through that, they must draw a poop card, which is always something bad, and they must resolve it immediately. So in this case, a Chickapig sliding through that poop token would lose their next turn. If you roll a 2 on the die, you have the option of taking a daisy card instead of moving 2 moves. The daisy card is a card that you keep secret. In this card, this lets me shuffle the daisy card back into the deck, take a daisy card from an opponent, or I can add 2 moves to any roll. These cards are kept secret from my opponents. Can only have 1 daisy card at any time, and when you play it, it gets shuffled back into the deck of cards. Play continues around the table until one person has removed all 6 of their Chickapigs to the other side of the board through the gate on the other side, and that player is the winner. So that's Chickapig. Again, Chickapig.com if you're interested in it. Fun little roll and move game, very simple to play. Throw the dice, move 1 to 6 moves, combination of your hay bales and your Chickapigs, moving the cow around the board as well. Very simple little game to teach. There's a little bit of strategy to it, not too much. So it's not crazy deep in terms of strategy and tactical movement and things. You're literally moving a dice, moving that many times. So very easy to teach though. So if you've got younger kids, I've played this personally with my 10-year-old. She hasn't quite beat me at it yet. I say yet because I know she will. One of these days, she always tends to get me once she figures out the strategy a little bit. I always tend to lose to her, so I know it's coming. But again, it's a light game. It's not going to be a staple of game night. Very simple game to move. I will say the components. I do enjoy those components. All the little wooden pieces, the hay bales, the Chickapigs themselves, the cow. They're all solid wood pieces. All of it laser cut. So that's very, very cool the way it kind of looks on the table. It definitely gets attention if you're playing this out in public, whether that's at a restaurant or you're playing it, at a bar or a library or something. I've played it out in public a couple times and have people come over and ask, what is this thing? I've never seen it before. So it's definitely a game that can be played in I would say more in line with a family type game, but I could see it, again, sitting around a table playing with some buddies. Very low key. It's a very, again, low key game. I would say if I do have a complaint or kind of a negative, it's in the cards themselves. The cards have good quality to them component-wise, but there's just not a lot of them. I've played games, there's only about 9 poop cards, about 9 of the daisy cards, so there's not a lot of variety in those cards. The different special abilities you can get from the daisy cards, the different consequences for sliding through the little poop the cow's leaving behind. And when those cards happen, they get shuffled right back in. So once you play one, you shuffle it back in, and so it's very possible that the next time you draw a card, guess what? You drew the card you just played. And there are actually some duplicate cards specifically in the daisy cards. So 9 to 10, 12 cards in the deck, and some of them are duplicates. So not a lot of variety. I do wish they'd have switched that up a little bit more. But again, it's meant to be a lighthearted, fun game. Being able to play it with young kids is a nice bonus, because a lot of the time when I'm at home, that's who I play with, are the kids, and something that I was able to teach them pretty quickly. They think it's funny whenever I'd say the word poop, or one of us did, and so that makes it some laughs around the table as well. If this interests you, check it out, Chickapig.com, again, where you can pick it up. You order it directly from them right there. And if you get really into it, they do have some deluxe editions, one of which is a big giant magnetic board that you actually mount on the wall. And it has magnetic Chickapig, so you're playing, instead of playing down on the table, it's now 90 degrees and up on the wall, kind of moving things around as well. So it's kind of a neat concept. Can be a little pricey, but everything, of course, solid wood as well. So check that out. If you have any questions, leave them below. Any comments, I'm happy to reply and get some conversation going down there. And until next time, my name's Chubby Meeple, and I will see you next time. Keep gaming, friends.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.